death, embrace us with your everlasting love. Oh, hello there. This is awkward, but yeah, that's me, Dillon with a blankie. Bet you're wondering how I got into this mess. Well, got some time. I guess the best place to start would be the beginning. Well, to be honest, it starts a while before I even rolled this seed. You see, when I started live streaming, I played the Ocarina of Time randomizer pretty often, and I got kinda good at it. That is until one very specific seed. My good friend Rico Vaz rolled me a seed to play, and I specifically asked for an easy seed. What I got was 9 hours of pure hell. When it comes to randomizers, there's a thing in play called logic. What logic wants is for you to check point A for access to point B. For example, in Ocarina of Time, logic could want you to go into Mito's house, one of the first checks you can get, to get the slingshot, and then do the target in the woods to gain the Ocarina. I noticed from when the Ocarina of Time randomizer was in its infancy, it went from being a pretty open and accessible randomizer to the skill ceiling being raised with every update. Eventually you had to remember every single secret, glitch, and trick in the game to finish some crazy logics, even on the easiest settings. And what Rico had sent me that day was the most backwards-ass logic that forced me to nearly 100% the game. After that, I swore off of Ocarina of Time randomizer. And even before that seed, I played one Majora's Mask randomizer. I played it in its earliest stages, so when I played, you didn't keep the items, you had to remember where everything was and go back to get them if you ever reset time. I turned on the skull randomizer not thinking much of it. I had to find every skull to get my Adolwa boss key so I could beat the game. And I had to collect all these skulls from all over the place in one cycle. That seed took me 24 hours to beat. Needless to say, I swore off of these two randomizers nearly 2 years ago. But that new Majora's Mask Ocarina of Time randomizer looked tantalizingly sweet. A new challenge? Ooh, you bet I was down. And it's been long enough, right? So I rolled a simple seed, nothing crazy. No boss key shuffle, no keys shuffle, no skulls. Just the default settings. So I began my new adventure, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And then, I was like, you know, I haven't done a randomizer in a while. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. So here I am. Why not? We start in Kakiri Forest. And I do the usual checks. The Kakiri sword chest has the bunny hood right off the bat. Oh! The seed is blessed. It's blessed! How wrong I was. Mito's house has the Mask of Truth for Ocarina of Time, Ruto's letter, and the bow for Ocarina of Time. Some pretty good items. And my first hint is that Anjuin Cafe is a dead check. That is great. Of course, it's been a while, so I wander around figuring out what my best route would be. It looks like tits. Like tits. Pair of tits, saggy ball sacks, and they're like tits. They're just like tits. I go to the Deku Tree and I clear as much as I can with the items I have. I got the Song of Time for Majora's. Sweet! I just need my Ocarina now and I can rewind time in Majora's Mask if I need to. I get a few more hints before leaving the Deku Tree. Branch Defense is a dead check, Death Mountain Crater is Way of the Hero. I head off to the castle, and I get some more hints. Final Frogs is a dead check, Butler Race is a chicken, Pinnacle and Deku Tree are Ways of the Hero. I don't like to hear that Pinnacle Rock is a Way of the Hero, but everything else so far sounds great. One last hint before we go is that Deku, Sacred Realm, and Woodfall all grant spiritual stones, which lead to nothing. So that's good news, I don't have to do those. Man, this seed is looking really easy peasy. I return little Dicky to the castle town lady. I found your dick. This is my little Dicky. Thank you, I'll give this to you as a reward. Oh, never buy a shield! At least I don't have to spend money on a shield. I go to Kakariko Village and most checks are junk, but I got Dongero's mask, which could be useful. And I can see a wallet in the windmill. Gotta remember that in case I need it. From here, I head straight to Lon Lon Ranch, and Talon isn't there, so I need the Cucko to wake him up, if I want the chicken game check, or Malin's song. But in the back of the ranch, I find the bomb bag for Majoras. Big find! I wander around and into Gerudo Valley, where I find another hint saying the Master Sword is in Zora's domain. Okay, that's important. Mental note taken. I had to do child fishing, and that gave me the nut upgrade. I mean, I don't have any weapons, so that might help at some point. I go to Lost Woods, and I check the business scrub, and I'm greatly rewarded. God. Plundering the water temple is a foolish choice. We love to fucking hear it. The seed is coming together exactly how I want it to. I still stand by my rule that if water temple is something I have to do, I quit. The pig mask might be useless, but I always love to hear I do not have to do the water temple. With this, I decided it's time to dip into Majora's Mask since I've got a decent amount of checks to do, and my starting check item is the Mountain Title Deed. I take that and look around, I pick up the Ocean Title Deed, Song of Storms from Majora's Mask, the Serenade of Water from Clocktown, and the Song of Time for Ocarina of Time. And there aren't many other checks to do. So I head back to Ocarina of Time, and back to Kakariko, to check Dampé's dig, which rewards me with a red potion bottle from Majora's Mask. That's definitely useful. This prompts me to head straight to the witches in Majora's Mask, and by a stroke of luck, the day changes to the second day, which is the only day to find this hole that has my Epona song for Majora's Mask. Ooh! A huge stroke of luck. I give the witch the red potion, which puts her back on the boat cruise. What's up, lady? I like what you've done with your eyeballs and nose. Strength? Don't mind if I do. Barely 2 hours in, and we've got some decent stuff already. Oh, nice moon. Pretty moon. With strength, I go back to Ocarina of Time since I can do so much more now. The castle distorts, which, in retrospect, was an ominous warning to me. I remember the Mask of Truth I got earlier, and I go check the Scrub Theater check. Nuts. Take out nuts! Abracadabra! Alakazam!
Nani?
Great! Now Majora can be done without worry of the moon crashing. So I head back to Majora's, and yeah, I'm doing a lot of back and forth here, but I haven't done these games for years, so I'm still figuring out what everything is. I use Epona song and head into Zora Cape, where we say hi to Mikau. There isn't anything I can do here, but I love to stop and see how he's doing. Hey, dead guy. Bye, dead guy. I get pretty lost and wander a bit. I'm just getting money right now. That's all I'm doing. I'm getting money while I think of other checks that I can do. I feel like I'm completely checked out of Ocarina of Time. I don't think there's anything else I can do. I do get enough money to get the bank check, which is the Lens of Truth for Majora's Mask, and I decide to do some baller shit and kill these Dodongos with bombs. With the silver scale in hand, I can do a few more things in Ocarina of Time. I also remember the grotto behind the fisherman's house, and I grab Zelda's lullaby in here. I also grab a fish and give it to the aquarium fish, rewarding me with the all-night mask. It's only been 2 hours, and we have some decent density to the checks now. So the funny thing is, I don't know if you guys know this, so if you deposit your money into the bank and reset time, you lose everything you have, but you can always come back to the bank to get your money. So it's basically, what that is it's a statement that while everything else in life is fleeting, you know, life, Deku Nuts, Deku Sticks, stuff like that, capitalism is eternal. You can't beat it, and it's immortal. So just embrace it and give it all your money. I think that's what they were going for. I do the grandma check since we have the all-night mask, and grandma does not disappoint us.
Oh! That's good!
Holy shit. That's actually really good. This is going really well. Okay, so Zelda's letter.
Grandma! Yo, Grandma's fucking packing!
Thank you, Grandma. We have so many options available, and I am super giddy for it. Back in Ocarina of Time, I head to Zora's domain since I know the Master Sword is stashed there, and I check the river before heading in.
Now everything dies.
Oh my.
Ah! Oh!
This seed is awesome.
See, I played a lot of Siege in my day, boys. It's probably the best fucking one I've ever played in my life.
It's gonna get worse, trust me. It'll get worse. Also in one of the grottos is Kamaro's mask. I get another hint that the milk bar gives the eye drops. There's no way that'll be important. I give the letter to the king to free up my bottle, and we do the diving minigame.
I'm gonna hit a rock. Oh god!
I'm not good at the diving game. On the way up, we get our first Deku stick. Now we have some type of weapon for young Link. The reward for diving is the Minuet of Forest. I use our newly obtained sticks to light the torches, and of course, the most important item is behind a waterfall. That's gotta be the Master Sword. Master Swordo? Oh! Why were they fucking keeping it in Zora's domain? Why would they do that? Always check behind your local waterfalls. I use Minuet to teleport to the forest and get a Ganon's Castle Way of the Hero hint. I wonder what could be in there. I need all the medallions to even access it, so hopefully it's just light arrows or something. I go back to Kakariko to full clear the graveyard as a child, and I find a bigger bomb bag for Majora's Mask, and Ocarina of Time Link is feeling the heat. I have not got much for him. I decide to clear out what I can in Goron City, which has me doing this stupid bomb toss for a while. Yeah, Rico, I can't time it with a bomb flower. I don't know the timing of the bomb flowers. I know regular bomb timing. Yes! Really? A fart and a crystal? Come on! I did all that so I could get a fucking fart in a crystal? Well, the Dongos is next. Since I have strength, I know I can clear it. Sup? Hey. Come here often? Name's Link. Yeah, hero time, all that. Just like hanging out from time to time. Bet you're wondering how I got here.
You guys are so full of shit.
Left side? Here? What? What? Why? Why is that there? For just this situation. I'm good at video games! That's right, run, you little bitch! I'm a gamer! Look at me and my half stick. What a time in life that was. When every chest looked exactly the fucking same. So, that's a cock! That's a cock. Poppycock. And that's about the extent of what I can do here, since I don't have my slingshot. So, I make the sound decision to become adult. And I'd rather have that. I'd rather be a corpse. Look at that. See, it looks like he's pooping. You're here for it. You're here for it. This is the moment. Link pulled his cock out on stream. It looks like this item doesn't work here. Oh, he's embarrassed. He's a little shy. He's super shy about it. Guys, give him some space. I swear it'll work next time. I'm much more versed in the adult Link checks, so I can streamline a bit now. Hey, you want to see my cock? I guess she did. And Dompe's race has the Song of Soaring. We can also nab that. Wallet, too. Looks like it's for Ocarina of Time. Sick. Sir, teach me. Wowee, this is going super swell. I give Anju my cock and she gives me the lullaby intro. Gargo Village is absolutely loaded with stuff. I head back to Dodongo's cavern to finish it out now, since I can make all these jumps with adult Link's height. We take down King Dodongo easily and I get Goat's remains. Oh! Now I can get my weed! I can get legal marijuana. This is exactly what I've been wanting. We stop Pickle in Goron City, and he's got my Ocarina of Time magic.
He had magic?
Goodness, we are just moving fast. Death Mountain Crater's on my way to the hero, so we take the shortcut into it. I'm gonna die. I have 20 seconds or I'm gonna fucking burn. I don't think I can make this. I don't have enough hearts for this. The game has not prepared me with enough hearts for this. I'm screwed. Subscription goes to King Zora. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Rico! Rico, what do I do? Rico, how do I not die? Rico! Rico! Ah! What? Well, I have money, so I'm just gonna buy this Goron tunic. Anything? Or asking for money. The boat archery gives a purple rupee. Boat archery's dead. Dude, all the archery's dead. What? Boat arch dead. My boat! And it looks like Great Bay is now on our list. But first, I check what I can on the way back to the castle, and I find the hover boots floating in Zora's fountain. I got a hint that Ice Cavern is dead, so we are not bothering going in that bitch. We get back to the castle and go child. And wanting to finish the Deku Tree, my buddy Rico teaches me a skip so that I don't need the slingshot. I finally nail it and take down Goma, which gives us the Eyeball Frog and the Kakiri Emerald, so our hero item must have just been the Song of Time for Majora's Mask. I go turn in the frog real quick, just in case it's important. 50 bucks? He's... Sir, are you... Oh god. Sir, are you okay? Not much left to do here, so it's back to Majora's to clean some stuff up. I got Skull Mask from the Keaton check, and I fight that P-Hat with the Great Fairy Sword.
Die.
Oh, what's it gonna be? Oh? Oh? Yeah! A good find! The poacher saw is right outside on the stump, and the grotto by the entrance to the cape has the powder keg. After battling all the sentient fleshlights, I find a bottle for Ocarina of Time. Might as well infiltrate the pirate's fortress while we're here. Damn, Link kinda got tits as a Zora, huh? No, because they squeeze their cheeks together to make a noise. Going for it? Going for it? Ha 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 ha!
What a time to get that! Oh my goodness! Going on ASAP!
There's nothing else here, and I'm sure as hell not collecting all these eggs with one bottle. So I do some random checks and shoot the skull kid. Get dogged on. Dummy. A heart! Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I got it.
Because I'm bald, that doesn't make me a thief.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need that mask for like one check. So I'm gonna have to take that off your hands. Thanks. We got the Giant's mask. Yay! Now my wiener will grow. Chest. That is a chest that is gold. Chicken nuggets. We've reached bunny percent. After doing all those, I checked the one grotto in the graveyard, which gives me the new wave Bossa Nova, making the Great Bay Temple absolutely doable. I head to the cape again, and I use my hookshot here to get to the hookshot for Ocarina of Time. And I do the goddamn beaver race, but I didn't know at the time you have to do it twice to get 2 different rewards, so I only do it once and I leave.
That's not the ice arrows, you stupid bitch!
It's 20 bucks, get out of my fucking room. I run out of time and have to reset, but since the cape was the way of the hero and I found a hookshot there, I decide to go back to OOT to clear out some of the forest temple. Here. You may have pictures of my feet, but I have control over what my feet do.
That isn't king. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude.
What is happening to my game right now? Is this normal? What the hell? First time, and then go back. And that's exactly what it was. My timing and spacing. Can we get a quality of life improvement where this room is just everything's open? Just the wall, this whole... God? The closer we are to finishing the game, and Georgie wasn't here for it. Imagine. For our trouble, we get the Shadow Medallion. We are now 7 hours into the seed, and it's gone very, very well. We found so many good items, and there's just so much more we can do. So at this point, we end the great first day. Thanks for coming, guys. We're gonna continue with this tomorrow. So we've got Ghost Remains and the Shadow Medallion. So I just need to get every other medallion and every other fucking mask. So we're basically like 10% of the way there. 7 hours in. Good stuff. Good stuff. But you know, I promise I'll finish the seed because someone has to. Fully rested, I start up the seed again, and I go back to Child Link with a specific plan to grab as many skull tokens as possible. I still don't have my Kakiri sword, so I completely rely on replenishing Deku sticks from the pots in Goron City and Zora's Domain to be able to damage anything. I get the pictograph box from the memory game in the Lost Woods, and on the way, we reach my bit goal. The skulls, I'm all over the place. I don't know where any good skulls are. Thanks! Thanks for the bits. Yeah. Did it go up? It's going up, right? The bar? Did you complete it? Oh no. Jorky, 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 I thank you for the bits. Jorky, 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 you really are the tits. Jorky, 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 I hope you like pickles. I'm Dill Pickle. I thank you for your bits. After achieving my ascended form, I go back to adult, having gotten most of the skulls I can without a boomerang. I search for more skulls, and I get the Goron Lullaby in the crater. A good find. And speaking of the boomerang, I found it in the crater as well. I totally forgot to check this alcove where it was. I dip into the fire temple and pray that the first chest is the boss key. Dude, if it's the boss key... Oh, man. All we need is the hammer, and I will not finish this place. I won't do it. Oh! Well, as soon as I get the Megaton hammer, I'm doing Fire Temple. Yes! Now all I need is the hammer and we can clear Fire Temple without doing anything else in there. I go straight to Jabu since I feel like the seed is pointing me in that direction hard since we started with Rutos and just got the boomerang. In Jabu, I find Song of Storms for OOT, a ton of skulls, and after beating Baronade, we get Georg's Remains. With 20 skulls, I plan to check the 20 skull check and do the bottom of the well. And, of course, or I'll get the 30 check. And I think there's a couple in the bottom of the well we can get. I feel like I should beat Fire Temple. Now I really want to finish Fire Temple, but I hold off for a bit and check the bottom of the well. Here we gather iron boots and... No way! It's always great to find that. I then have to put down my waifu. I'm gonna hit her so hard with my stick.
Hey, it became attracted to the owner.
All I get for it is $5. It wasn't worth it. All that's left here now is a chest under Abominable Rock, but I have no explosives, so I reset. And now, I'm back in the Kakiri Forest. I check the Storms Grotto here, and this gets me the Gerudo card. I go back to Adult to clean out Goron City on the way to the Fire Temple, and I find Epona's song for OOT. So, that Gerudo card is now useful since we can get over to that area with Epona. The Great Fairy in the volcano holds fire arrows for Majora's Mask. We destroy Volvachan and get Adulwa's mask, meaning all that's left, remains-wise, is Twin Mold. I ride off to Gerudo Valley and open the chest here. This has the room key for Majora's Mask, and I get the overwhelming joy of fighting all 4 of the Gerudo guards. I forget how to fight. How do you fight women? I did it. Those ladies are the hardest creatures to fight in this game. On the roof, I'm able to get the Goron tunic, which I already bought, but at least I have a spare now. After a long time of being away, I go into Majora's Mask again with much more items. I race the brothers and get... We gotta give him something. Well, he's a kid, so what can he do with it? It should be fine. So I can't do a fucking thing with that. And I use the room key to get...
I've got the room key. I opened the door. It's a treasure chest. Wow, it's gold. I wonder what's inside it. Hello, what's in that treasure?
Shut the fuck up! A really good find, so I celebrate. I grab that gold dust that was guarded by bats, meaning we have another bottle if we can find our sword and wallet. Wander around for a bit until I go to Snowhead and inside a grotto. I find the sword I was just talking about. In the lens grotto here, I find the Zora's tunic. After more pointless wandering, I decide to clear out the Ocean House skulls. The bigger bomb bag? Deku struggling though. Over your items at Pinnacle. Did you get any yet? No. I still gotta get the picture. Oh, wait. The seahorse might not be vanilla either. So you can eat my ass, Spud, because this was worth it. This was worth it. It was definitely worth it because I got the adult wallet for Majora's Mask, meaning I can pay for my sword and turn in that gold dust and free up that bottle. I don't do it yet since we need to start that on a new cycle. So I go back and finally, with a free bottle and the Picto Box, I can go to Pinnacle Rock and see what our Way of the Hero location holds for us. I get the Lens of Truth for Ocarina of Time and a bottle for Ocarina of Time. I really don't need the Lens of Truth for any Ocarina of Time check since I can memorize most of it, and I already cleared the bottom of the well. I got iron boots from there, so hopefully that leads us somewhere eventually. I do a lot of checks, and they all hold nothing good. I go to do the gold dust check, and first I get the swamp title deed, and then I turn in the gold dust, which gets me a silver rupee. At least I have 2 bottles now. It's at this point, I'm a little lost, and I really need the Goron and Deku mask. I'm low on options for checks. With little to do, I race the beavers twice, and I find the ice arrows from Majora's Mask, which means we can do the Great Bay Temple. So I immediately do exactly that. I find the long shot after defeating the eyeball, which is awful, because now we have to finish the water temple. I finish off Georg with God mode, netting me the light medallion. While I have the Great Bay cleared, I do the island jump minigame. Was that it? Leo, thank you for the raid! This is not a raid, this is a tea party. Grab your perfume.
Clear!
I got... Yay! Shut the fuck! Are you joking? Are you kidding? I'm rewarded the Song of Healing, which felt very important, but it's really only used for like 3 checks in the game. And they're all junk checks, so oh well. I really struggle to figure out what to do next, so I just reach for any checks I can do, and I go back to Ocarina of Time. And I do the lab dive, which gives me Strength 2! Now I can do all of Gerudo Training Grounds, which is super dense with items. I wanted to go on top of the lab, but I haven't set up Scarecrow's song. And knowing how my brain works, if I don't do it now, I'll definitely forget. So I go through the lengthy process of setting up Scarecrow's song, and it was definitely worth it. Not the Gwaze. Because I got Din's Fire. If I can get Nocturne Shadow, now I can finish Shadow Temple. I turn in a Big Poe to get the Bremen's Mask, and now I head to GTG, which is our best bet to find anything else we might need. It's here I get... Oh! Prayers. Give me prayers, guys. Tell me it's the Deku Scrub Mask. That's all I'm asking for. Oh! 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 Fucking called it. Whew. The Captain's Hat, Light Arrows for Majora's, Slingshot, Elegy of Emptiness, and the Prelude of Light. Definitely a really good haul. I do some random checks. I finally get my Ocarina of Time bomb bag in the Hyrule Field Scrub Grotto. Only 13 hours in. I had the Spirit Temple to do the checks in there, and I get the Mirror Shield in the desert. I also realized this is why I needed the Lens of Truth, because I can't do this shit without it. The song check for Spirit is also... We've got all the fucking masks! We now have all the masks to be able to clear out Majoras, but I run through Spirit Temple as much as I possibly can while I'm here. I find the Odd Potion, the Mirror Shield for Majora's Mask, an Empty Bottle for Majora's Mask, the Great Fairy Mask, and the Pendant of Memories. Unfortunately, I can't finish the temple, as I have to find the song to do the opposite side as a child, but at this point, we have a ton of things we can do now. With all these items, this seed is practically wide open. After a pretty successful day of finding stuff, I decided to call it here at around 14 hours, absolutely sure that the next time I stream this will be the last time. And oh boy, was I right about that. Right off the bat, I get the powder keg to check all of the ranch of Majora's Mask. We're gonna gather the chicks and we're gonna raise some cocks. Get the claim check and some heart pieces. At least the claim check is something. Since I have access to all of the minigames in Clocktown, I begin the process of beating every day of these games. Grub's Playground got me the Requiem of Spirit, which means we now have everything to finish Spirit Temple. If I could find Nocturnes, now the temples would be wide open. I go to the swamp since now we have the Deku Mask, and clearing out the skulls here gets me the Couples Mask, which is one check, but, you know, it could be important. A grotto here has another bottle for Majora. Outside the temple for Adolwa was the Razor Sword, but everything else accessible in the swamp was just junk. I still don't have the Sonata of Awakening, so I can't even enter the dungeon. The second day of minigames gets us some money and nothing else. From here, I decide to full clear the Snowhead area. This will require me to beat the temple here, which I have to do anyway. Oh yeah, Couple's mask check was just a Bomber's Notebook. Snowhead was absolutely empty, but we do get the Circus Leader's mask, which just makes the Cremia side quest easy, and the Water Medallion. We don't have many dungeons to finish now, but I proceed to get all the checks in the mountain, since everything is thawed. Oh my god, we can full clear Ocarina of Time. It was definitely worth the trouble, because now we can finish every dungeon in Ocarina of Time now. Before that, however, I go and clear out the graveyard using the captain's hat, and a little trick so I can do it in the same night. Got it. Oh man, I'm a god. I'm a god and I'm a king. I'm a god and I'm a king. It's all just junk though. I wait a bit and finish the final day of minigames in Clocktown, and it's more junk. To summarize where we're at right now, I need 3 medallions, and 1 remains. The 3 medallions will get me into Ganon's castle, which is the way of the hero, so I need to get in there. I can finish Spirit and Shadow's Temple, but I'm locked out of Adolwa's, since I need the Sonata of Awakening, and I can't access Akana without the Garo Mask. Other than those access points, the only things I need to beat both games are the Light Arrows for Ocarina of Time, and the Oath to Order in Majora's Mask to stop the moon. So I do what I can and I clear the Spirit Temple. All I find here is the Blast Mask, which does not help at all. Clearing Spirit gets us Twin Mold's remains, which means all we need now to beat Majora's is the Oath to Order. Using our newly obtained Nocturne of Shadow, I finish out the Shadow Temple. I find the Golden Gauntlets and the Postman's Hat, which are good for 2 checks. Defeating Bongo Bongo gives us the Forest Medallion. I checked that one fairy fountain that used the gold gauntlets, but it was nothing. All we have left now is, Water Temple. We got hinted that this place was dead, so all we need is to beat it. After an agonizingly long dungeon, we get the Fire Medallion. Now we have to find Garo's mask, because the only dungeon I need to finish is the Stone Tower. So I begin an epic hunt for 1 mask. All right, let's review. Let's review what we've done. Okay, looking at the map here, looking at, like, the things I've done, alright. We've done everything! We've done almost absolutely everything! That's it! I've done, like, everything. There are so few checks left that I have access to. I just don't know what to do. I find Kefei's letter on the frogs in Zora's River by playing the Song of Storms, and that's really my only lead, so I follow that when I can. And in the meanwhile, I'm at 20 hours, and my wit's end. I've done everything. I have to have missed something obscure. So I get my buddy Rico to help me out. I give him the spoiler log, which just lists everything that I need to get and where it is. I just need him to push me in the right direction. He tells me I have to go to the milk bar, and I can't? All the checks here are at night, and you can't enter without the Romani mask. Great. That's another mask I gotta find. Since I can't do that, I chase the Kefei letter, and what do I get for my troubles? Piece of heart. That's it. I'm out. I can't possibly think of any other check. I did everything. So, just as confused as I am, Rico sends the spoiler log to somebody else. And that somebody else tells me my seed is broken. How, you ask? Well, dear viewer, the game expects me to get into the milk bar without Romani's mask. This seed is around 27 spheres. Here's the string of logic the game wants. It wants me to go into the milk bar in sphere 14 to finish the Ingo song to get the eye drops. Then take the eye drops to Big Goron to get Gardo's mask, which will let me into Ikana. This will then give me access to finishing the dungeon and getting the last medallion to enter Ganon's castle. And what do you think is hidden in Ganon's castle? Oh, well, just, Romani's fucking mask! The mask I need to even start doing all this shit? He's also got the Sonata of Awakening in there! Inside Woodfall is Kefei's mask, which I need to do the whole damn Kefei side quest to get the order! And to top it off, my fucking light arrows are on the moon! I spent 21 hours on an impossible-to-beat seed, and there's nothing I can do about it! So, dear viewers, that brings us full circle to this moment. The moment I gave up on these randomizers for good. Was it fun? Yeah, for about the first 12 hours. And then it degenerated from there. I was so close to winning. I just needed 3 more items. But the Zelda gods have passed their judgment onto me, and I accept. It wasn't a possible to finish adventure, but it was an adventure worth starting. And also an adventure worth finishing.
That was brutal!
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a good night. And don't ever forget this darkness.
And there goes...
I will never run another Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask randomizer ever again.
Now I know what you're thinking. Dillon, did you really just waste my time for 45 minutes about a game you'd never be able to actually finish? Sucks, don't it?
I hope you guys enjoyed my descent into madness. If you enjoyed what you saw, think about supporting me by subbing here or following over at my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DillonWithABlankie. Have a good one, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.